a nation reborn, independence, and early struggles. The Philippines, after enduring centuries of colonial rule, finally gained independence on July 4, 1946. It was a momentous occasion, marking the birth of a new nation eager to carve its own destiny. The road ahead, however, was fraught with challenges. The country was still reeling from the devastation of World War II, its economy in ruins, and its infrastructure decimated. Despite these daunting obstacles, the Filipino people, with their indomitable spirit, set about rebuilding their nation. The early years of independence were marked by a sense of optimism and a collective determination to succeed. The government, led by its first president, Manuel Roxas, faced the arduous task of reconstruction and rehabilitation. However, the road to recovery was long and arduous. The Philippines, still grappling with the scars of war, also faced internal strife and political instability. The Hukbalahap rebellion, a communist insurgency that had gained momentum during the Japanese occupation, posed a significant threat to the fledgling republic. The government's efforts to quell the insurgency, coupled with the challenges of rebuilding a war-torn nation, took a toll on the young republic. The Philippines, though independent, was still grappling with its identity and its place in the world. The shadow of colonialism loomed large, and the country's dependence on the United States, both economically and politically, remained a contentious issue. The Marcos era, a time of progress and turmoil. The 1960s saw the rise of Ferdinand Marcos, a charismatic and ambitious politician who promised progress and prosperity. Marcos, elected president in 1965, ushered in an era of infrastructure development and economic growth. His ambitious plans, coupled with his populist rhetoric, resonated with a nation eager for stability and prosperity. However, beneath the veneer of progress lurked a dark undercurrent of corruption and authoritarianism. Marcos, consolidating his power, declared martial law in 1972, citing the threat of communist insurgency and social unrest. The declaration marked a turning point in Philippine history, ushering in an era of repression and human rights abuses. During the Marcos regime, dissent was silenced, media outlets were shut down, and political opponents were jailed or disappeared. The country, once a beacon of democracy in Southeast Asia, descended into darkness. Yet amidst the oppression, a spirit of resistance began to flicker. Student activists, labor groups and church leaders, inspired by the courage of their convictions, dared to speak out against the regime. The assassination of Benigno Ninoy Aquino Jr., a prominent opposition leader in 1983, proved to be a turning point. Aquino's death ignited a firestorm of protest, galvanizing the nation against the Marcos dictatorship. People power and the return of democracy. The assassination of Aquino was a catalyst for change. It sparked a wave of protests and demonstrations across the country, uniting Filipinos from all walks of life in their demand for justice and democracy. The Marcos regime, already weakened by corruption and cronyism, found itself facing an unprecedented challenge: the collective will of the people. In February 1986, the People Power Revolution, a bloodless uprising that captured the world's attention, unfolded on the streets of Manila. Millions of Filipinos, armed with nothing but prayers and rosaries, faced down tanks and soldiers loyal to Marcos. The world watched in awe as a nation rose up to reclaim its freedom. The People Power Revolution, a testament to the indomitable spirit of the Filipino people, forced Marcos to flee the country, ending his two-decade rule. Corazon Aquino, Ninoy's widow, was sworn in as president, ushering in a new era of democracy in the Philippines. The restoration of democracy was met with jubilation and hope. The Philippines, once again, was a beacon of freedom in Southeast Asia. However, the journey ahead was not without its challenges. The country, still bearing the scars of dictatorship, faced the daunting task of rebuilding its institutions and healing the wounds of the past. The Philippines today: challenges and opportunities. The post-Marcos era has been a period of rebuilding and renewal for the Philippines. The country has made significant strides in strengthening its democratic institutions, promoting economic growth, and addressing social inequalities. The Philippines today is a vibrant democracy, with a free press and a dynamic civil society. However, the country continues to grapple with a number of challenges, including poverty, corruption, and armed conflict in certain regions. Natural disasters, a recurring threat in this archipelago nation, continue to test the resilience of the Filipino people. Despite these challenges, the Philippines remains a country full of potential. Its young and growing population, coupled with its strategic location in Southeast Asia, present unique opportunities for growth and development. The Philippines, with its rich history and resilient people, is poised to play an even greater role in the region and the world. The future of the Philippines, much like its past, will be shaped by the courage, determination, and unwavering belief of its people. The journey ahead may be long and arduous, but the Filipino spirit, forged in the crucible of adversity, will undoubtedly prevail. The Philippines, a nation reborn, continues to write its own narrative, a story of hope, resilience, and the enduring pursuit of a brighter tomorrow.